What's up, everyone? Welcome into Bubba's Finance Room. This is where we talk about stocks, the overall market, and investing as a whole. Today's video, we're going to be talking about my personal investing journey and what I'm investing into today. Quick disclaimer before the video starts, I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own due diligence before you start investing. Now, my investing journey began back in 2020 when I was in college. I downloaded this thing called Robinhood. I was like, what the hell is this? I don't even know what this is. But I downloaded it, put in some money, and I ended up buying GameStop. Yes, I bought GameStop. That was when the GameStop AMC thing was going on, and I ended up making some money with that. However, I sold very quickly and did not ride that wave. I was too skeptical, too scared to lose my money because at the end of the day, GameStop had a bad business at that time. They were not making money, their financials did not make sense, and yet their stock was skyrocketing in value. And this is what we call today as meme stocks. There was no real value behind it, but people on Reddit were pumping the price up and fucking over all those hedge funds and making millions of dollars in the process. That was my first introduction to investing, and I learned a lot from that. It taught me that the markets are unpredictable. You can have billions of dollars invested in the market as a hedge fund, and you could still lose to a bunch of retail investors. It was a crazy story. They even made a movie about it with Seth Rogen's in it or something. Yeah, great film. I recommend you check it out if you want to learn something about the markets. Anyway, I also dabbled a little bit into cryptocurrency. I put $50 into Dogecoin when it was at 0.007 cents, I believe. And I ended up doubling my money and then taking it out. It went a lot higher, but I was playing it safe and got out real quick. So yeah, investing is not for the faint of heart. You definitely need to do your own research and make wise decisions when it comes to investing. Nowadays, I learned a lot from these short-term mistakes, I call them. I didn't lose money, but the way that I view investing now is more long-term, setting myself up for the foreseeable future. I'm looking 30, 40, 50 years down the line and researching companies that I believe will be around for the long term. That's why I have these 4 stocks up in my room: Apple, Amazon, Waste Management, and Coca-Cola. Don't get me wrong, Coca-Cola is unhealthy, but it's a goddamn delicious drink. I drink a lot of Coca-Colas at dinner time. My dad would grab me a nice cold Coke after a long days at school, and it was a nice little treat at dinner. But yeah, I love Coke. I like the snacks that they make. I think that it's a global brand. And so if I go overseas to goddamn Europe and I go to a restaurant, you best bet they got some goddamn Cokes there that I can order and drink up some Cokes. Don't even get me started on the Mexican cola and those glass bottles. Those things slap. Anyway, let's move on to Waste Management. Very boring company. It's literally the trashiest company known to mankind. They literally just pick up your trash, put it in a nice landfill, recycle some of it. They're going to be around forever. Humans create trash. That's just what we do. And Waste Management takes care of that trash and allows you not to have to worry about that stinky trash stinking up your house. So Waste Management, love it. Very boring. Not a lot of growth, but it's going to be around forever. Amazon is one of the best companies ever made. It started off as a book selling company out of a garage. This man named Jeffrey Bezos ended up transforming it into a worldwide global e-commerce giant where you can literally order anything on there and it will come to your doorstep within a couple days. Super cool. I love this company. And let's move on to Apple here. Love Apple. The thing that amazes me about Apple is not only their innovation, but also their ecosystem of products. Let's say that you start looking for your first phone. You buy an Apple product. Those products within the ecosystem are so compatible with each other that you're pretty much locked into buying Apple products for the rest of your life as long as you have an iPhone. Yeah, it's awesome. I've had an Android before. I prefer Apple just because of the product ecosystem and how, they have Apple AirPods, they got MacBooks, and it's so seamless to incorporate all of them together. Let's move on to my investing philosophy. I am a long-term investor. Yes, I dabbled in the short term, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I don't really want to have to deal with that worry of knowing whether stock will go up or down in the short term. I'd rather look into really good companies, buy shares of them, and then hold it for the rest of time and just let that growth, and if they have a dividend, let those dividends compound over time into insane amounts of growth. Now, that might be not what you guys want to do. you might want to just, put your money into the S&P 500, not have to worry about anything, let it sit and compound for 40, 50 years. And by the time you retire, you'll be a millionaire. What I like to do is I create my own index fund of about 50 stocks right now, where I am actively researching, looking at the financial reports of each company. And yes, this takes up a lot of time and effort, but it's one of my hobbies that I like to do. And so I enjoy just like researching companies and looking at the products that I use in my daily life and understanding the team around how that product comes to be. Now, moving forward, I will be doing deep dives into individual companies. I definitely want to talk about SpaceX and the market as a whole because of the AI explosion that has been going on. Right now, I don't think it's a great time for young people to be getting into the market, but if you plan on holding it long term, then you can always dollar cost average and make money anyway. So that will be it. This is a quick little video just summarizing my overall portfolio and what I'm looking at for the future. Thanks for listening. Stay safe out there, guys, and take it easy. Peace.
Investing with Bubba Chunks. Oh, yes, Lord. Investing with Bubba Chunks.